What's up, weirdos? Shadetree Surgeon back with another Talking Head vlog, and this one hits close to home, like real close, because it's actually happening in my hometown. Seems like those wacky vegans are up to their old tricks, because recently a local group with a YouTube channel called That Vegan Activist Family has recently had a couple of videos go viral. And after being tagged dozens and dozens of times on Facebook in these videos, and countless people just asking me what I thought about them, and all sorts of people just begging me, they're begging me, they're saying, Shadetree, you've gotta make a video on this, you gotta make a video on this. Finally, I figured, you know what? I gotta give the people what they want. I better sit down and get my opinions on this out there. Actually, that's a lie. Bob Fett's the only one who tagged me in a video. I just said it was dozens because I wanted to sound cool. Anyway, let's get into the video. And just a quick disclaimer, since I am providing a commentary on this video that is transformative in nature, my use of it here does fall under the protection of the Fair Use Act. So back off. Now let's take a look at That Vegan Activist Family's most viewed video on YouTube. Activist saves tilapia from fishermen. This ought to be good.
Did you know that fish feel pain? When you hook them in their mouths, it really hurts them.
Okay.
Right off the bat, he's just sending in the cute kid for maximum damage. Nice moves, man. Use the big guns. You know, most people would say that encouraging your children to confront strangers in public while you film them is a little slimy, but hey, fortune favors the bold.
When you hook them in their mouths, it really hurts them.
Okay.
So please stop fishing. It really hurts them.
Okay.
Here, right here, this is where the exchange should have ended. And if it had ended right here, you know what? The Vegan Activist Family would have had my absolute and total respect. That is, if you really stretch and you give them the benefit of the doubt, you say, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, this kid wasn't fed lines and cajoled by his father to go up and confront these guys on camera. Maybe, you know, just maybe this kid really wanted to go up to these guys and just speak his piece on fishing. Hell, if that was the case, I would applaud them. There's no reason a young man shouldn't be taught how to walk up to somebody and respectfully speak his mind. That's a good thing. More parents should teach their children how to do this, how to respectfully speak your mind to somebody in public. Of course, the second part of that lesson is not everybody's gonna agree with you. And what parents should teach their kids to do when somebody respectfully disagrees with them is say, hey, I hope you take the time to consider my position on this matter. Then wish them a good day and move along. I would have just loved it if that's what had happened here, but of course in this day and age, that's a little too much to ask.
You guys just gonna let this fish die like this?
No. Daddy's here. You know, way to teach your kid how to engage in calm, rational discourse here. Basically what you're telling your child is, if somebody doesn't agree with what you say, what you should do is just scream in their face until they call the cops on you.
You know, what if this was a dog and I hooked the dog through the mouth and threw her in the water?
But it's not a dog.
How would you guys feel about that?
I hate that argument so much. It's weak, it's useless, it's a logical fallacy, and by the way, it's entirely situational. What if it was a dog? First off, it ain't a dog, okay? Let's get that shit straight right now. What if it was a golf club? What if it was a rutabaga? What if it was a hubcap from a 1987 Buick Century? Doesn't matter because it's clearly none of those things. It's a fish. But hey, let's indulge the guy. What if it was a dog? Well, depends on who you ask. If you were in rural China and you ask, what if it was a dog? They'd probably respond with, well, if it was a dog, I'd cook old Fido up Mongolian style and serve him with a side of sticky rice. Except, you know, in Chinese.
We don't eat any animals because all animals have the same ability to feel love and pain just like we do. Would you guys agree with that?
I respect your opinion.
Do you respect his opinion not to kill animals?
I just want to point out that these two fishermen, these guys are total class acts. They're keeping their cool, they respect the guy's opinion, they just only ask that he respect theirs. Seriously, kudos guys. I pride myself on my patience, and I don't even think that I could have kept my cool with this guy.
What if this was a human child?
It's not a human child.
But what if it was? They have the same ability and same emotions as a human child.
That's your opinion.
That's not my opinion, that's facts, sir. That's facts from science, sir.
Facts! from science! Damn, dude, I didn't know that science had proved that a tilapia has the same emotional range as a child. That's intense, man. I wonder how they proved that, you know, scientifically. You know, I bet they sat some tilapia down in front of a TV and popped in a Disney DVD and hooked some electrodes up to their brain and then checked to see if they cried when Bambi's mom got shot. Facts from science!
Have you ever looked up how fish feel pain?
I'm not harassing you, sir. There's no reason for you to harass.
I'm not harassing you. You're harassing this fish right here. This fish you're harassing. This is my duty, and my duty is to speak up for animals in need. This little child right here understands that this is wrong, and you guys don't understand this.
You know what I know is that little child is going to need years of therapy when he grows up because he spent his formative years being used as a pawn in his psychotic father's ego trip.
The law sometimes is wrong and is unjust. The law used to say that women could not vote. The law used to say that owning black people was good for slavery. But that is not right, sir. Killing animals is not right.
That's your opinion.
It's not an opinion, it is a fact.
This guy really doesn't understand what the difference between a fact and an opinion is. But that's not really surprising. Whenever you encounter someone who's riding this level of self-righteous high, they're usually pretty convinced that any opinion they have is a fact. Total Messiah complex.
Fish feel pain just like your child does. Would you hook your child, sir? This is horribly wrong.
I don't eat humans. Humans don't eat.
You don't eat humans because why? Why don't you eat humans? Why don't you eat humans, sir? Why don't you eat humans, though? I don't eat animals, no. No, I don't eat any animals because I know that they suffer pain.
I respect your.
No, ma'am, I don't. I don't eat any animals. Chickens are animals, okay? Why don't you eat human beings, sir?
This is straight up harassment. And like the entire time the fisherman's just going like, hey man, I respect your opinion. It's cool, man. Dude, I tell you what, this guy deserves a freaking medal. This is like Kung Fu Master Buddhist monk level of patience and control right here.
Bobby, don't even get included because he's just videotaping so he can do all of this junk that's...
Yeah, because I'm gonna put you guys on the internet because this is wrong.
Go for it.
This is wrong.
Look at these guys fishing. How dare they?
And now with the threats. You know, this right here, this is what makes it just so hard to feel bad about all the hate this guy's receiving right now. He's got another video on his channel where they're just crying to some news reporter about all the hate they're getting. And you know what? I feel bad for his kids. I really do. Like, sorry your dad's a total fucking dipshit who can't pull his head out of his own ass long enough to let you live a normal childhood. That's a tough break.
I'm gonna put you guys on the internet because this is wrong.
But come on, this dude is straight up telling the fisherman he's gonna put him online, he's gonna put him on blast. Better get ready for the shitstorm, fish killer, because when I put this video online, it's gonna go viral, and vegans from all around the world are gonna rain down righteous hellfire upon your head. Your life is over, you're gonna have to change your name, you're gonna have to move, you'll never fish again. When he's sitting here threatening this fisherman, saying he's going to put him online, he's going to put him on blast, how can you not just laugh your ass off when the tables are turned and this dude just gets served up a hard dose of instant karma? I mean, honestly, he deserves it. You reap what you sow, man.
What if this was a dog, or a cat, or a human? I'm fixing to throw him back in the water.
Yo, you're not gonna touch him.
I'm not gonna touch this fish that's dying.
Is he your property? Is he your property?
Is he your property?
He is now. It is our property.
No, he's not. Don't step on that fish!
Call the police.
Call the police. I just saved the fish life. How about that? How about that? Call the police.
I just saved a fish. How about that? Bro, if I wasn't sure about the Messiah complex before he said that, I am positive about it now. And by the way, I'll tell you this, as a native Floridian who grew up fishing, you didn't save shit, buddy. I guarantee that fish is floating belly up down the stream right after you threw it in. All you really did was take away a meal from the fisherman.
How about that? Call the police. I just saved
You're
the
on
fish's
video.
life.
Do
How
not
about that?
touch him.
How about that?
That is
How about
stealing.
that?
That is harassment.
You're
Actually,
stealing the fish out of the lake.
You stole
You're stealing
him.
the fish out of the
That's
lake.
his
How about
life.
that?
I'm calling the police.
We're ignorant?
I'm calling the police.
Call the police.
Call them.
You stole
Please
that
do.
fish out of his home.
Think that it's okay to teach kids to kill animals? Do you think that's okay?
Paying attention to
Do
that
you think that's okay?
No, I don't, but they're not paying attention.
You're
to
making
that.
them pay attention. You're making
No,
them
you
pay
are
attention.
with your mouth.
and
Yes,
yelling.
very much so.
So what? So what? I
So
saved
what?
the fish's
So what?
life.
Matter of
This is wrong, and I'm standing up for the fish. I'm standing up for the fish.
You're wrong for doing it in front of them, man.
I'm wrong.
This poor dude in the black hat, man. Like, what good intentions? What a good guy. He's just gonna come over. He's gonna get everybody to stop yelling, get everybody to calm down. Little did he know that trying to reason with an egomaniac who's on this level is about as effective as pissing into a forest fire.
Wrong for making a scene, bro. I'm wrong
Property?
for telling kids that fishing is
What-
wrong.
what property are we
That
disturbing?
doesn't make any sense, dude. That doesn't make any sense.
You're causing friction.
So are you,
This guy
but
is calling the cops because
You're
I
causing
just
a
saved an
commotion,
animal's
too.
life.
Frisch, I'm telling them
Okay.
to calm down. There's people
Okay.
walking. All right?
Yeah.
yeah,
so
and there's
turn it
animals
off.
dying. I'm not gonna turn it off.
It's not food.
It's violence.
It's not food.
It's violence.
Killing animals is no kindness.
It's not food. It's violence.
And finish him off with some good old-fashioned chanting. Just good show, my man. Good show.
But you have the right to kill an animal, but I don't have the right to save the animal's life.
It's
Come on,
not-
dude.
We did win because the fish is alive. Animal liberation now. Animal liberation now. Animal liberation now.
You know, if there's anything we've learned over the years, it's that screaming your opinion directly into somebody's face in a rhyming fashion is just, it's absolutely the best way to win somebody over to your side of thinking. It works like a charm. You know, it seems to work so well for them, more people should do it like that. You know, let's take a look and see what it would be like if other people use that vegan activist family's methods to get their point across. Film this right here. Excuse me, ma'am. Did you know smoking kills millions of people every year? You are killing both yourself and me by smoking that cigarette right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to quit. I can put it out if it bothers you.
Does it bother me? Does it bother me? Does killing me bother me? I'd say it bothers me.
I mean, I respect your opinion, man, but it still becomes a...
No, you are killing people and yourself with these cigarettes right now. You know what?
That's...
What you gonna do? I just saved a life.
I'd appreciate it if you just left me alone, especially if my smoking bothers you.
And I don't want to hear it. You know what? This is what happens. People trying to stop you saving lives. Right here. Come on. Right here. Let's go. Excuse me, ma'am. I would just like to let you know that automobiles like the one you're driving right now contribute the largest amount of greenhouse gases that is currently causing global warming and is going to kill every organism on this earth.
How else do you want me to get to work?
Hey, I don't want to hear it. You know what? This car right now, this car you're driving is killing the earth. It's murdering the earth. You are an earth murderer. Why didn't you ride a bike to work today?
Because I drive 20 miles to work every day?
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry that your 20 miles is more important than everybody else's life on earth right now. Hey, you know what?
Whoa! Hey! That's my personal property.
Saving the earth. Just save the earth. Saving the world. Saved the world.
Well, I'm gonna call the cops.
You can't call the cops. I'm saving the world. What are they gonna do? Arrest me for saving the world?
Well, they're gonna arrest you for harassment and taking my
It's not harassment. It's called saving the world.
How are you saving the world?
Excuse me, ma'am. Did you know by not wearing a headscarf right now, you are in violation of Sharia law, and the way you're dressed right now is an affront to God?
What?
Let me win you over to my way of thinking. Maybe I took it just a little too far with that last one, but you know what? No, I didn't. Because in a lot of ways, people who engage in this style of activism are just like terrorists. You know how many normal Muslims are out there whose hearts just sink into their stomach every time they hear about another terror attack committed by other Muslims? And not just from the loss of life and limb, but because with every attack, they make it just a little bit harder to be just a normal Muslim who's trying to live their life and not hurt anybody. You want to know why people hate vegans? It's because of this guy. This guy is a vegan's worst nightmare. This is a guy, when he goes out to be an activist, does nothing but spread fear and propagate hate. Let me ask you this. What kind of image do you suppose those people in the park hold of vegans now? Seriously, tell me. What do you think they think about them now after being harassed by this guy? People like this do so much harm to their own cause without even realizing it because they are just wrapped up. They're just so absorbed in their own self-righteousness that they can't even for a second understand how the rest of the world perceives them. You know, vegans by and large are just good, honest folks who are trying to live life by their own rules. And so what if they try to convince us to lay off the red meat every once in a while? It's not like they're suggesting we do some bad, evil thing. The whole world would be a much healthier place if all of us just leaned a little bit more towards a plant-based diet. That's undeniable. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, but it's undeniable. And guys like this, with their moronic rhetoric and their vicious tactics and just their palpable contempt for anybody who dares deviate an iota from what the Messiah has deemed righteous. These guys are fucking up the program for everyone. Who exactly do you think you're gonna get on your side, who you're gonna win to your side of thinking by screaming at them, by calling them murderers? Like, who are you gonna convince by doing that? The only people who you're gonna be able to win over to your side with tactics like that are other extremists. People who occupy the middle ground, people who are undecided that you might be able to win over to being vegan. They're gonna take one look at your bullshit and they're gonna run to the hills. The only thing they're doing, the only thing that vegan activist family is achieving with these tactics is catalyzing people's contempt for vegans. And you know what? That's not fair. It's time for the vegan family to face facts. Judging from the few videos I've seen of your activism, you suck at this. It's time to stop. You were just not cut out to be an ambassador for vegans, alright? I guarantee you, all your actions thus far, all your activism thus far has created exponentially more hatred towards vegans than it has ever created compassion. And the last thing this world needs is more hate. So sit down, shut up, and let somebody else wave the flag. Because you're bad at this. Like really bad. Alright guys, thank you so much for sitting through the whole video, and if you could, leave a like on it for me, because I am sure this video is going to get a whole lot of hate from a lot of misguided folks out there. And if you agreed with me, share this video with somebody. If you disagree with me, I'd love to hear from you in the comment section down below. I just ask that you keep things civil, intelligent, and polite. And of course, if you like what you saw here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna leave you guys with one final thought. Don't let this one asshole color your opinions of all vegans. The vast majority of them are just good people trying to live a good life. And you know what? They have a hard enough time of it as it is. Till next time, y'all, keep it weird.